All right. One of the things you're told that you should be able to do in your on your syllabus is you need to be able to draw the graph of y is equal to ax to the power a raised a x raised to the power n, where n, which is the power, could either be -1, -2, or +3, and a is a constant. What I did here is I just have some sketches of what the different graphs would look like. We're not going to draw them. We might draw one, but we're not going to draw all of them. Something I probably might give you as an assignment to do. I might ask you as an assignment, give an assignment and say, draw these graphs. I might. All right. I mean, I'll give it some thought, but we can do that. We could do it so that you could see for yourself how these graphs would look. So the first one is the graph of y is equal to 2 to the minus x. Then you have over to the right, you have y is equal to x to the -2. Below, in the middle, you have y is equal to -2 x to the -1. That's how that graph would look. Over to the right, you have y is equal to -x to the -2. That's what that graph would look like. On the left, you have y is equal to x to the third. And on the right, you have y is equal to -x to the third. All right. So your examiner, along with asking you to be able to draw linear graphs and quadratic graphs, the examiner could ask you to draw any one of these graphs as well, as a question in your exam. All right, the next section. All right, here we have example 12. So again, example 12 says, given that y is equal to -1/2 x cubed, we're to copy and complete the table below. So to complete the table below, we need to find the missing values of y. The values of y when x is equal to -2 and when x is equal to 2 are missing. So let's find them. To do that, you must use the equation. The equation is y is equal to -1/2 x cubed. So I'm going to say when x is equal to -2, where y is equal to -1/2 times -2 cubed. This is -1/2 times -2 times -2 times -2. First thing, let's deal with the signs. Now, since I'm multiplying 4 negatives, the answer must come out positive. Since I'm multiplying 4 negatives, the answer must come out positive. So my answer is positive. 2 cancels 2, leaving 2 2's. Answer is +4. So the value of y when x is -2 is +4. Guys, well, y is equal to -1/2 x cubed, and we need the value of y when x is equal to 2. Y would be equal to -1/2 times 2 cubed, which is -1/2 times 2 times 2 times 2. There's only one negative, so the answer must come out negative. Once you're multiplying and you only have one negative, the answer must come out negative. 2 cancels 2, 2 2's 4, this is -4. So the value of y here when x is 2 is -4. The next thing we're asked to do is, we're told, using a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 1 unit on the x-axis and 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the y-axis, you are to draw the graph of y, should be of y is equal to minus a half x cubed for values of x, between x being less than or equal to 2 and x is greater than or equal to minus 3. So the next thing we're being asked to do is to draw the graph. All right, so next we're told using a scale of 2 centimeters represent 1 unit on the x-axis and 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the y-axis. We're to draw the graph of y is equal to minus a half x cubed for values of x between x equals to minus 3 and x equals to positive 2 respectively. All right, so let us at least prepare our graph sheets. Some things we need to bear in mind when we're preparing our graph sheets. The highest value of x is positive 2. The lowest value of x is minus 2. The negative values would go to the left of the y-axis. Positive values would go to the right. So minus 3 to the left, positive 2 to the right. So therefore, since minus 2 and positive 3 are sort of close, I can probably roughly put the y-axis in the middle. The highest value of y is, call it 14. The lowest value of y is minus 4. So it's almost a quarter of your graph would be below the x-axis, and 3/4 of it would be above the x-axis. So that's just how you could possibly look at it. So let me show you what I mean. All right, so where would I put the y-axis? The lowest value of x is minus 3 and the highest value is positive 2. I could roughly put my y-axis here. I could roughly put my y-axis there. Maybe I should change this to being black. I go one up and make it black. I could roughly put my y-axis maybe here. It's almost in the middle with a little bit more space to the left. All right. So this is my y-axis. Now the x-axis now, 3/4 of my graph is above the y-axis, above the x-axis, and only a quarter below. So a quarter below means I could roughly draw my x-axis somewhere around here. So these are just estimates. All right. So this is my x-axis. Remember, above the x-axis, my values of y are going up to 14, and below they're only going to -4. So let's label 0. The scale on the x-axis is 2 centimeters to 1. Every 2 centimeters, the number goes up by 1. So 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 1. So this is 1, then 2. This is 1, then 2, 3, 4. Over to the left, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So the scale on the x-axis is 2 centimeters to 1 unit. On the y-axis, 1 centimeter to 1 unit. 1, 2, 9, so 10, My graph must go as high as 14. As long as it goes as high as 14, I'm good. Below, and as long as it passes -4, I'm good. All right. My first point is 3, 13.5. Now, on the y-axis, each of these minor divisions on the y-axis, these minor divisions is 0.2. So if this is 8, this will be 8.2, 8.4, 8.6, 8.8, 9. Each of those small divisions on the y-axis is 0.2. I've already told you how to work that out if you need to. All right. So let's find 3.3, 13.5. So this is vertical 3, you go up this line. Then you have 13. So this point here is 313. But we're not interested in 313, we're interested in 313.5. So let's blow up the space a little. So, so this is 13, 13.2, 13.4, 13.6. So 13.5 would be here in the middle between 13.4 and 13.6. So that's where my point would be. So the first point is here, 3, 13.6. The next point is the next point is 2 minus 2.4, I think. Minus 2.4, which is here. Minus 1, 0.5. This is 1, 0, 1.2, 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. So 0.5 would be in the middle here. All right. So 1, 0.5 would be about there. That's the point 1, 0.5. The next point is 0, 0, which is the origin. The next point is 0, 0, which is the origin. Then 1, 1, 0, minus 0.5, 1 minus 0.5, which would put me about here. And 2 minus 4, which is my last point. 2 minus 4, which would put me here. So I have all my points. Now I'm ready to draw my curve. Everybody should remember that your curve is drawn by a freehand. When you're drawing a curve, what you need to do is to put the pencil point where you're starting and then draw lines through all the points. Do not follow the pencil point with your eye, only look where you want, only look where you're going. So don't follow the pencil point with your eye, only look where you're going. All right. And that is, this is the graph of y is equal to minus a half x. That's the graph of y is equal to minus a half x cubed. All right. Then let's look at the last question I've been asked to answer on this question. The last thing we're asked to do is B. which says determine the value of x for which minus a half x cubed is less than or equal to 4. So we want the values of x for which y, which is minus a half x cubed, is less than or equal to 4. Now, this is an inequality we're being asked to use our graph to solve. If you're going to use your graph to solve an inequality, you have to draw the graph of the left-hand side, which is y is equal to minus a half x cubed. And you have to draw the graph of the right-hand side, y is equal to 4. So we already draw y is equal to minus a half x cubed. You need to draw the line y is equal to 4. It's not difficult to draw. Y is equal to 4 is a horizontal line that passes through 4 on the y-axis. This is the line y is equal to 4. Now, everything above this line is y is greater than 4. Above that line, y is greater than 4. Below this line, y is less than 4. We want the values of x for which y is greater than 4. First of all, the two lines meet. Two lines meet here. That means a different color. Two lines meet here where x is equal to minus 2. So this is the line x is equal to minus 2. What we want to know is where is the graph to the right of this line or to the left of this line. To the right of this line, x is greater than minus 2. To the left of this line, x is less than minus 2. All right. So now over this side of the graph, over here, where x is greater than minus 2, where is the graph? Is the graph above the line y is equal to 4 or below it? Over this side, is the graph above? And it's clear we can see to the right of this green line, the vertical green line, the graph is below. To the right of the green line, the graph is below the line, y is equal to 4. To the right of that green line, is where x is greater than minus 2. When x is greater than minus 2, the values of y on the graph are less than 4. So to answer my question, this is what I would say. I would say the solution of this inequality is x is greater than or equal to minus 2. Because to the right of that line, the values of y, the graph itself is below the line y is equal to 4. So the values of x for which y is less than or equal to 4 is x is greater than or equal to minus